Koresh. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Thursday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location, beautiful New Jersey, and across continent in the land that I hate, the city I hate right now. Beverly Hills, California, the Michael J. Fox Studios. Scotty is SiriusXM, Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils win 3-1 tonight over the Ottawa Senators in Canada. That's how they pronounce it.
Okay, like Pragu.
Yes.
Instead of Prague, it was Pragu. Canada.
Yeah, it's Canada, Canada.
Canada. Oh, well, we are happy to have Sam Wu back with us here on Devils After Dark. Welcome, everybody, on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, wherever the hell you might be listening to right now. Maybe you downloaded this podcast from somewhere. Who knows? But Sam has survived the zombie apocalypse that was taking over his house, in his bunker, his, what do you call those things again? What do you call them? Disaster preppers, apocalypse bunker, whatever.
I was just eating MREs.
Well,
entire time.
For Sam, he's got a whole supply of, the freeze-dried filet of fish sandwiches from McDonald's. So
yeah,
he was doing okay. In there. But the zombie apocalypse is over. Was there any damage to the house?
No. It's typical JCP&L. It's kind of like the JCP&L power play, There's no hurricane here, but it still goes down.
Oh, yes, Supernova, the Woo Prepper. That's right. He's been Woo prepped for the zombie apocalypse. He's got his freeze-dried filet of fish sandwiches and 6-piece chicken nuggets all ready to go, just in case. Side of barbecue and sweet and sour. Sam likes both, okay? He likes
a little
both
honey.
dip.
They have actually honey packets, too.
Oh, the honey packets. Those are good, too.
Yeah.
Those are good, too. All right, I'll give you that
Honey's
one.
good
all
for
right.
you. Yeah.
Is McDonald's honey good for you, though? I think they layer it with, some sort of, chemical or something like that,
Yeah.
To make all their honey taste the same, They inject it with some sort of chemical.
Their type of honey would actually kill the bees.
Doomsday preppers. Thank you, Pollock. That was the word I was looking for. Dehydrated onions. Oh, all we have to say is poor Mrs. Wu. But Sam with the freeze-dried filet of fish and the dehydrated onions. Oh boy. That's a nightmare down there in that bunker, especially when that door gets sealed on the top, and you close it, lock it from the zombies. Oh man.
Yep.
Woo! Well, we're glad to have Sam back with us after the unfortunate power outage the other day. And we're happy to have a Devils victory again, this time up there in Ottawa, Canada, as Sam was liking to say just before. And I don't know if did you hear this, Sam? I don't know if you heard about this, but Brady Tkachuk, he might be coming to the Devils. I don't know. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. According to Beer Baron, it's Seamus Casey, Jesper Bratt, 5 first-round picks.
5 first-round picks. Yes, this is why Beer Baron is not a GM. Not a GM.
But he'll tell you that he called it,
Yeah.
Totally
called it, boys. I called it. There we go.
Yeah, I called it.
Yeah. The Devils win the Stanley Cup 10 years from now. Totally called it. I told you, fellas. Yeah. But anyway, hello to everyone. I see everyone piling in on the old YouTube page. What's up? Serve, Pollock, Max, Dehydrated Sam Salad, a.k.a. What was Sam always eating last year? Was it the ribs from American Whiskey? Sam ordered a whole plate, a rack of ribs. And he's like, I'm going to take a picture for it for the socials, just so we can promote all the wonderful food at American Whiskey. Oh, there was a photo went up, and then that plate got cleared, let me tell you. That plate got cleared. What's up, everybody? JP, Mike, for sure. AJ, Art Heaton. Hey, our buddy Art Heaton, Stephen Engel. How's everyone doing? Michael Hoodnall. I think that's a new one. Maybe I haven't seen your name before, but all right. But welcome everybody in to this rip-roaring edition of Devils After Dark. Yeah, Devils are, we're still on this crazy run over here with all these games in the month of October. But on the positive side, the Devils are racking up some victories like they did today. Going up there for their first trip to Canada, because the Maple Leafs were down at the Rock. So this is their first trip up there to Canada, playing against the Ottawa Senators, and seeing old coach Travis Green on the bench, yelling things and kind of looking very familiar from last year. Team not performing, him yelling things. Maybe I've seen that somewhere before. Evan! What's up there, Evan? Ted! Ben! Got all sorts of newbies over here. Welcome to the party. Like we always say, like, follow, subscribe. You can join our crew.com. You see the old QR code that Sam Wu put together. Took him 2 days to make that. So utilize the QR code, all of Sam's hard work, and join our crew.com. When we do have announcements, you get the email blast. Boom! Right there through Join Our Crew. So let's talk about this game. The first period, not so much to talk about, except for the fact that the Devils had a little line shakeup going. Paul Cotter moved up to playing with Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt. Timo Meier now paired up with Nico and Dawson Mercer. Thomas Tatar down to the third line with Haula and Stefan Nason. Fourth line stays the same with Lazar, Bastian, and Palat. So it's going to be interesting to see how the chemistry worked out. In the first period, it was a little kind of just, not too much going on over there, really. Jacob Markstrom was solid in net all night. And by the way, he got the first star of the game, which he completely deserved. But the Devils really didn't challenge Forsberg over there on the Ottawa side in the first period. So this was the kind of wait and see how the Devils were going to play. Are they going to, are they going to be a little sleepy? Are they going to be like Sleepy Time Sam with their eyes closed? Or are they going to wake up? Well, in the second period, they woke up. That's for damn sure. And they got it going pretty early on. Devils get a power play. Timo Meier drew a tripping call. I can't remember who that was against, but either way, Josh Norris, right? Tripping against Timo Meier. So power play's going. They're getting some chances here and there. And then just after it expires, the Devils go ahead and put a goal home at 2:39 of the second period. A double doink tip in for who? Our man, Eric Haula. He gets his first of the year coming from Ovechkin, his fourth assist already. And by the way, did you happen to notice that stat they put up there about Johnny Kovacevic? We've been talking about who's going to come out of the lineup, when Brett, am I funny? Am I a clown to you? Pesci comes back, and of course, Luke. I don't know how you could take Ovechkin out of the lineup. He is ranking very high up there in the league, not on the team, in the league, on loose puck retrievals, D-zone denials, not letting the other team. I mean, he's got some pretty good stats so far, and he's putting points on the board as well. So this one was really, really set up by one Timo Meier. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me assist from Timo Meier. Ooh, yeah. Timo makes not one, but two Senators miss as he's bringing the puck up the wing through the neutral zone. A little bob and weave action. Get by the defender over there. Get by the forward. Get into the zone. Let's make a defender miss over here. Let's throw the puck to the point where Johnny Kovechkin receives the pass and kind of is gliding backwards towards the center slot. The high on the point. I shouldn't say center. On the point. Center on the point. He lets a shot go. Eric Halla is traveling right through the center slot. That's what I meant to say. And there's some traffic there, but the puck goes through. Halla gets a stick on it, and then it doinks off of the Sens defenseman as well into the back of the net for the 1-0 lead for the New Jersey Hockey Devils. That's Halla his first, from Kovacevic his fourth, and Timo Meier gets his second assist of the season. And that was just after the power play expired. I think the power play, when did the power play get called? That was at 26 seconds, that tripping call. And this goal was at 2:39. Okay? So what's that, 13 seconds after the power play expired. So Devils getting some good pressure there, and they make it happen. And then they go on the PK, which, gotta say, has been an awfully strong point for this team this year. This penalty kill. And today, it turned out to be even better because we got not a PPG, but an SHG, a shorthanded goal for the Devils at 6:26. And oh, what a wicked snapper from Big Nate Bastian. Someone who definitely could use a little pick-me-up after the last game where, fourth line, do the Norm Macdonald, David Letterman, didn't have their best game. But Nate Bastian picks off a pass in the defensive zone. One of the Sens forward is kind of near the wall. Okay, he's trying to throw it to the point. Bastian gets a stick out there. Boom, he's off to the races. He brings the puck all the way up the ice, gets himself into a partial 2-on-1 situation, and instead of passing it, he just lets this snapshot rip. And you're like, well, is that Nate Bastian out there? Is that Jesper Bratt? Who's putting that whizzer by the goalie over there? Oh, it's Nate Bastian. Medium high, near side. Just rips it from about the face-off circle, if I remember correct, or just above the face-off circle, I think. Great play by one Nate Bastian. And I am sure that has got to be a weight off of his shoulders. Because, if the Devils are gonna bring Big Mac into the lineup, Nate Bastian is probably sitting down. And if he keeps having subpar games, there might be some other guys that are going to be pushing for that role as well. So really nice to see the secondary scoring coming through again, and Nate Bastian getting the goal, hopefully really helping out his confidence along the way. The rest of the second period was the Jacob Markstrom show. He did a hell of a job keeping the Sens off of the board, stopping all 10 shots. He's obviously stopped all 9 in the first, stopped all 10 in the second. Should have had a shutout today, but we'll get to that. We're moving into the third period now, and one of the brightest spots on the New Jersey Devils for this season so far has been number 47, Paul Cotter. And, I'm sorry. Hang on. I'm getting something in my ear right now. It is Mrs. Wu. Okay. All right. I've been told by Mrs. Wu that for the first time in the 2024-25 season for your New Jersey Hockey Devils that we need to go to the dungeon, to the bunker, to Mrs. Wu's Pleasure Palace for a Devils After Dark game update from the king of the football calls himself, Sam by God. Woo!
This game update is brought to you by And Crew Brew. And Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. Devils, Senators, at the Big Rubber, Canadian Tire Center, in Canada, Canada. Devils with a 2-0 lead, driving down the field. It is icy. Hamilton under center. Dillon snaps to Hamilton. Back to pass. He throws. Tipped by Forsberg. Connor! Touchdown Devils! Touchdown Devils! It's Paul Connor! Welcome to New Jersey! Woo! The Devils take a 3-0 lead. Brady Tkachuk, come to New Jersey! Now! Woo!
All right. Woo! First football call of the season. Look at that helmet. It still doesn't fit on Sam's head, but it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful up there. How you feeling, Sam?
I think I lost some blood in my head, so I'm going to go to a one shot.
I got so excited when I saw that Dougie, I don't eat Flutie Flakes, Hamilton was on the assist for that goal. Finally, Dougie's on the score sheet. He gets the primary assist on Paul Connor. Are you ready for this? Team leading 5th goal of the year. Number 5 on the year already for Paul Connor. And what a goal this was. Brendan Dillon gets the puck at the point. He throws a shot towards net. It kind of bounces out over towards the boards. Dougie rushes to it. He gets on it, and he puts a shot back on net. That Forsberg kicks out right to Paul Connor. But what is Paul Connor doing? He's not sitting around waiting for the puck to come to him. He's going towards the puck. He's skating in motion towards the net. And that momentum allows him to drive the puck past Forsberg for, yes, his team leading 5th goal of the year. Dougie Hamilton gets his first assist. Brendan Dillon gets his second at 12:39 of the third period. Devils up by a field goal here. 3-0 against the Ottawa Senators. And then for the rest of the game, it was, is Jacob Markstrom going to match Jake the Snake? Jake the Snake got a shutout. Now Jacob Markstrom's got to get a shutout. And he was so damn close. Who was it? It was Brady Tkachuk. Gets his first at 18:55 of the third period. I believe this was actually a 6-on-4 situation. It's a power play goal for the Sens. So the penalty kill gives up a power play goal, and Markstrom loses the shutout right at the end of the game. But it's okay. Devils get the W, which is the most important thing. But yeah, that was a 6-on-4. Senators pull the goalie during that very late power play, and they are able to ruin the evening for Jacob Markstrom on the road up there in Canada. Devils win 3-1. Shots on goal for the Devils. 9-14-12 for a Slayer Raining Blood tribute of 35 raining pucks from the Devils on the ice. To the Sens, 9, 10, 12, 31. That's right, Jacob Markstrom, 30 saves on the day. First star, by the way. A 1. Not anything else, just a 1. Goals against average, a 968 save percentage. Haula gets your second with the goal, and then Paul Cotter is your third star. Face-off percentage, Sens had the slight advantage here, 25 wins to the Devils 23. Sens 1 for 3 on the power play. Devils 0 for 2. Hits, Devils again up in the 20s, 22 hits to the Sens 27, so they got out hit a little bit there. Devils had 11 block shots, 14 giveaways, which seems like a vast improvement from the 20s that we have been getting in recent times. But still, they got to work on those giveaways. But all around, fantastic game from Jacob Markstrom, really keeping this team in it and solidifying this win. Because the Senators did come with some pressure, but the Devils withstood. And just at the end, he loses the shutout. Maybe some questionable refereeing. We can, touch on that another time. But the most important thing, Devils get the win. And, I was a little concerned at first, looking like they might have some tired legs. So many games so early in the season. But second period, they turned it around and got a little refill on the gas, I guess, during that first intermission, and made the magic happen. So Devils win 3-1. Want to hear from you on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and of course, we're going to hear a little bit more right now from the king of the football calls himself. If he's still got a throat left, is there a UTI in Sam Wu's future? I hope not. Because I feel like there's going to be a Dougie streak here.
Scotty, I've been training all off season with my screaming, and so far so good. The conditioning.
That's why you purchased the Rocky soundtrack, right? You're just like having that on in the background all the time.
Yeah. Mrs. Wu and I went to Siberia to yell on top of the mountains all summer. That's where I was all summer.
Instead of Drago, it's Dougie from the top of the mountain.
Yeah. I was like a piece of iron.
Oh man! Well, Sam Wu, what says you about this game over here?
There's really not much to nitpick, except for the end there, with Nemitz getting the penalty. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. In my opinion, he's going down. He's going down to the AHL. Not a knock on him, but he's just a young kid. You know what? You got to close the game strong, and you can't be getting penalties even with 2 minutes left, because anything can happen in the NHL. But the Devils 6-on-4. Brady Tkachuk gets a power play goal. All right, it's 3-1. Okay, the Devils got the victory, but it was.
Tom says we need to rush Sam a dehydrated steak immediately. Get him a dehydrated fillet of fish. Stat! We need it to help that UTI.
Max, go ahead.
Supernova has diagnosed you with your first UTI of the season.
Max, I still have the football helmet. Don't worry. It's just a matter of getting Beer Baron to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always a trouble. Trouble.
It's always Beer Baron. And Tom, I know you're going to tell him a little bit later after the podcast. But I mean, look, playing defense, playing as a team. I mean, it was an exciting game, but those are the kind of games I like. I don't like the cardiac kids. I don't like having to come back every single time. Devils are getting the first goal. Remember last season, they had 61 games where they didn't get the first goal? Something like that. Yeah, it was a ridiculous amount. They established a tone. And again, Ottawa's a younger team. They've been in a rebuild for a little bit. But the bottom line here is the Devils win. Markstrom was solid. Dougie Hamilton finally is getting on the score sheet, which is positive.
That's big.
But you look at what Paul Cotter has done.
Woo!
These garbage goals is what they say, but really these are goals that you need to have, and the Devils are not trying to outthink or outfancy their opponents right now.
Hey Sam,
yeah,
a 2-1 game at the end there is a lot different than a 3-1 game after the Sens did score, and that at 18:55.
That is true. That is true, and. Again, Devils are now 5-2, 2 solid points. Again, you're not getting these cheap skill competition points. These are 2 solid points. Regulation wins. You're now 10% fulfilled your goal to get 100 points, to try to get in the playoffs. You're 10% there. We're not even out of October yet by any stretch. And now the Devils have tomorrow to rest, and then they play the Capitals at the Rock on Saturday. We're going to be big staging it there at American Whiskey. Keep this thing rolling. Start patting on the points. This is when you do it, because down the stretch, if you got injuries or you're slumping or the scoring is not there, whatever the reason, at least you got the points early on, and then waste your time, and you don't have to always play catch up. Because by the time say if you start the season bad, and then you're playing catch up the rest of the way, it's very hard in the playoffs because you're gassed. We want to make sure that this team is fresh, and it's great that the Devils have secondary. They got scoring from their bottom 6. And it takes a lot of pressure off of your star players like Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, Timo Meier, who are making significantly more money than the bottom 6. But the good thing about it is they don't have to be the ones every night and having to do the grind. It's a team concept. It takes a team to win the Stanley Cup. And I honestly think the Devils are very dangerous right now because they have so much depth throughout the entire roster right now.
I got 2 things to say. One, who would have thought your leading goal scorer would only be making $775K on the Devils with this team of superstars that we have? And 2, Devil's Den, I hope you got some extra 4 and 7s to be putting on the backs of jerseys, because I can tell you right now, the next most popular jersey you're going to be selling is Paul Cotter, because this dude is like the epitome of what us Devils fans really love about those, bring your lunch pail to work type of players. You know what I mean?
Like Randy McKay back in the day.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he hits. He's got good skates. He's got good mitts where he can put the puck in the net. This is exactly the type of player. He's young. He's going to be around for a long time. This was a steal of a move by Tom Fitzgerald. But the Devil's Den better get busy making those 47 jerseys, because let me tell you, we're going to have to start counting when we're home at the Rock how many we start seeing around that place, because I think they're going to be coming off the shelves pretty fast.
Yeah, we got to get Paul Cotter on this podcast. The first question I'm going to ask you is, you think you're going to get a big fat raise at the end of the season? At this rate?
Oh, well, he's got 3 more years on that contract, so
does he?
That's the no hashtag no New Jersey for Sam. No, yeah. Sam's not allowed to get a Paul Cotter jersey. Just everybody else is. Okay, that's the difference over there.
Yeah, you need to get rid of a player. Just tell me who.
Yeah. We're gonna buy Sam like a Dinas Zubris classic jersey or something like that he can hang it up next to his Ken Klee, so he can have 2 8s up there on his wall.
I love Ken Klee. He was one of the greatest.
Hence the Marino jersey hanging just behind Sam Wu's head right over there.
Yeah, Ken Klee and John Marino. Oh, I miss Marino.
Oh, Dano made the welcome back Cotter line. There you go. I didn't even get that one. Yeah. I missed that pop culture reference over there. So there we go. There's one. But man, that kid is, woo! He is looking so good. And he's getting opportunities to play up, with some of these top superstars of the Devils.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little concerned about it because I don't know if that makes the lines a little uneven. That's when we first got word, and we have to thank our girl Brooke. I don't know if she's here in the chat or not, but Brooke sent us the line combos that they were working on, and that was the one thing I was thinking. If you move Paul Cotter up with Jack Hughes, does that weaken the bottom six because Cotter's been putting the puck in the net? But we'll see. I'm going to trust in Sheldon Keefe right now because this team is 5-2 on the season, and they're looking pretty good.
Tell you the truth, moving Paul Cotter with Jack Hughes' line, I thought it was interesting, but it actually makes the four lines very balanced. That's not so top heavy. I mean, look, they literally shut out Ottawa completely up until the end there, and
yeah,
and of course Brady Tkachuk scores, but he
wanted to show the team what he could do, for after the trade, which obviously is going to happen at some point. We all know it's going to happen, everybody.
Yeah. If you ask Beer Baron, we're going to trade half the team for him.
We're going to trade half the team, according to Beer Baron, for it. Yeah. Tkachuk's going to play center, wing, defense, and goaltender at times. That's what's going to happen here. He's also going to be the trainer on the bench. So when someone gets hurt, actually Brady Tkachuk is going to be able to bandage them up and stuff. Quick butterfly stitches. Because I think the trainer is a part of Beer Baron's deal as well to go up to Ottawa.
Yeah. Also, Siegenthaler will be carrying Tkachuk's gear as well.
JP, the old 96er. Oh, yeah, that's what we got to get, Sam. The dehydrated old 96er from the great outdoors. You can do it, Sam. You eat the whole thing, dinner's on the house.
I'll tell you, I had McDonald's earlier.
Oh, boy.
I feel sick. I can't take it
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Well, it's not looking like the Mets could take much more either.
Oh,
So
nice.
I don't know if our
So I took it for nothing.
yeah. Brady's also going to sell popcorn in the stands. Chicken tenders, actually, sir. I think Brady will be cooking chicken tenders in the upper decks as well.
I'll tell you what, Scotty, the Taylor ham and egg roll is actually pretty good.
Well, it should be. It's New Jersey.
Yeah.
Better be.
It was actually pretty good. It hits the spot in the third period.
Joseph Lanham, I did see the super mullet guy. Very Canada.
Canada.
I like that. I'm going to say that all the time now.
It's a cool place.
But yeah. What's that?
It's a cool place, Canada. It's just, the problem with Canada is it's 30 minutes away from Ottawa, 35 minutes away, and it's but with traffic, it's I've been there before. It's an interesting place. It's just in the middle of nowhere.
Beer Baron's part French Canadian.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just had a fake French Canadian accent.
Brian says a McDonald's fast is not recommended. As long as it doesn't throw the Devils season off. Okay, Sam? You may have to be eating filet of fishes before all the Devils games, too, so. Sam, why are you 700 pounds after this season? Well, I had a filet of fish it before every game, you know. But good win by the Devils today. Like we said, they're playing a lot of games in a short amount of time. And they haven't completely, I gotta say I was a little worried in the first period today that, they might not have their legs. But they really turned it on in the second and the third. And I think that goaltending inspires them and gives them energy. Because last year, if the team, didn't have their legs in the first, they'd probably be down 2 or 3-0. Now you got Markstrom back there, and Jake Allen shutting the door on that. That's got to give the team a little boost, a little kick in the ass come intermission time, where it's, hey boys, we got to step this up. Markstrom's out there standing on his head. He's keeping us in this game. Let's go. Let's get a couple for him.
Agreed.
But rack up the points while you can. These games, either now or in April, still 2 points. So take advantage of them while you can. Serve had a BK Whopper the other day. Tastes good, yeah, but then the aftermath is usually not so fun.
You know what I like is White Castle at 3 a.m.
I did when I was in college. Nowadays, those don't go down very well anymore. Again, they taste good for the time, and then about 20 minutes later, I'm like, why did I do that? That was not a smart idea.
I mean, I haven't had White Castle in a while, but maybe I'm just thinking, remembering the good old days of White Castle in the middle of the night. Or Cluck U. Cluck U used to be my midnight run in Morristown.
Oh, I know you and Cluck U.
The Little Rose.
Mike dated someone who worked at Burger King HQ, and she gave him no free food. What the hell is that? Man.
That's why he said dated.
Oh, dated. Yeah, past tense.
Yeah. I
was lucky with the White Castle because I had 2 White Castles next to me like most of my life because I grew up in Middlesex. So anyone who knows that area, there was that White Castle right on Route 22 there. That was my old exit where the White Castle is. And we used to go to the gym right above there, King George, and then go to White Castle sometimes right after the gym. And then I went to college at Kane, and there was a White Castle like right down the street from Kane University in Elizabeth. So we would get those briefcases on those drunken nights quite often. And you wake up the next day, you're like, nice. 8 White Castle burgers still left over. Nowadays, that wouldn't be working too well.
No. I remember, my cousins out-of-towners after seeing
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, they saw Harold and Kumar, and they were begging me to go to White Castle. So we went to White Castle like 1 or 2 a.m. The first thing they say is, "How come there's so many cops out on the roads?" Is that?
Oh man! Oh, and the White Rose and Rose. Oh, White Rose was a good little burger joint there, diner burger joint. Good times. All right. Well, we should wrap this bad boy up. Celebrating a Devils victory tonight over here. 5-2 on the year. Devils racking up those victories, but they're not done because they're going to be back for Saturday night. Washington Capitals coming to town again. Our second game already against Ovechkin and Tom Wilson and crew. So hopefully the Devils are able to put another W up on the board and keep this momentum going. We'll see who's in net. We'll see if there's any other changes to the lineup. But good on Nate Bastian for getting on the board. Love the fact that Dougie Hamilton got his first assist and Paul Cotter. Just keep welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Well, Scotty, another Devils victory will be at American Whiskey on Saturday before the Devils take on the Washington Capitals. Devils 5-2 right now. Things are looking good. JoinOurCrew.com. Please sign up.
Good.
Till next time, let's go Devils.